Hey, good afternoon, all you idiots out there. It is fall season, and we all know what's coming up next, right? So I was having a conversation with the missus about, yeah, I'd like to buy a snowmobile, and her question was, where are you gonna put it, right? So yeah, there's two cars that normally go in here, and we got all this other stuff, right? Yeah, I get it. So I gotta do something about the space issue. So that's where we are today. So picked up this Bosch. Um, Spent 700 bucks on it, whatever, pretty damn expensive for a job saw, but I have no room to store anything, so here we go. I also do want to mention I bought one of these. Actually, I bought two of them, and I returned them both because both of them had a huge damage, and I'll drop a screenshot in there. Not to knock on DeWalt, but I wanted to buy the saw because I thought it was impressive. It was also 100 bucks cheaper than this one. The other thing we got going on here is we got some sanded plywood. Pop. This is poplar. It was like 65 bucks a sheet at the big box store. That's the cheapest I found any decent quality plywood in the area. We're going to switch over to a different view here. I want to kind of show you what I've been doing. So I mocked up something here in Blender, and I'll take you through kind of what I'm thinking, what I'm planning, and that stuff's going to go. Ooh, yeah, dad cam. This stuff's going to go right there on this wall here. So let me get you the mock-up, and then I'll show you some other cool stuff before we get rolling.
All right, so here is Blender, which I also use for video editing. And this is what I was thinking. So I just did like the back wall layout of the garage. You guys are probably familiar with that. Here's what the cabinets I think will look like. They're um, 24 inches wide, 5 feet tall. I believe I've made them 18 inches deep. So this is essentially what it's going to look like. And yeah, it took me a little while to do all this, but I'm hoping that this was going to turn out to look like. Obviously, this is a lot of work involved here, but you get the point.
So I'm not a cabinet maker, and like the rest of you, I scour YouTube before a project, so I want to understand how everybody else screws stuff up and fixes those screw ups, right? I want to try and get it right the first time to save money, save time, whatever. Um, but after watching a ton of cabinet making videos, what's the first thing the YouTubers do? They go right into the cut list, right? They break down the sheets, they start the assembly, they talk about the tools. Okay, how the heck do you figure out like how much lumber you need? How do you figure out most efficient way to break that sheet good down so you're not wasting money, right? Because these were like, 65 bucks a sheet plus Biden, right? So I got a cool trick for you on that too. It's used with technology. Yes, I'm in IT as a professional job, whatever. But we're not going to get too much into that. This is just a quick tip. So check this stuff out. This is super cool.
Okay, so I wanted to show you what I'd use to figure out my cut list for this. So I'll rather than me typing, I've copied in what I'm going to say. But so this little deal right down here in your Windows start bar, taskbar, is called Copilot. You can try this with any of the other AI generators, but this is the one I wanted to start with. So let's see if we do this. Let's see what Copilot comes up with. So you can read through that, but let's be a little more lazy and see how Copilot reacts to that. So here's my already pre-configured cut list. Let's see if I can get that copy back in. Where I struggle was, so this gives me all the information of how many sheets, right, which is great. What I didn't do before was calculate a visual representation. Oh, wow, they fixed it. That is so awesome. So here's my answer to, it just gives me the layout I wanted to give it. What I wanted to do is figure out how to cut the two pieces of plywood. But again, this will give you a great start, and I love using technology to solve problems like this. So take it for what it is, but this was super exciting to me, so I hope this helps you out.
So I was way too excited, and I didn't film anything before, but I measured the cabinet and marked a line and screwed a ledger down. The other thing that I did too was I put a scrap piece of board on there to kind of help keep, because I want the cabinet to follow this edge, because eventually I may put another deep one that comes out flush to here, but we'll see. But yeah, so that's what she looks like. Still got to do doors, but I'm gonna build all of the other four, and that should pretty much take me to about somewhere in this neighborhood when I put the other three up. But that's nice because I don't have to drywall all this or fix any of those screws or paint. So pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. I'm excited. I finally can get my truck back in the garage.